Before we jump into the content, folks, we want to remind you about Utah Football DNA. This is a channel specifically dedicated to our Utah football team. All of our Utah football content will be posted here first. So if you have not yet, check out the link in the description. If you're listening to this on the podcast or watching this on the live stream, a link to that will be in the description down below. Check it out. All of our Utah football content will be there first.
Yep.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it, man. In our chat regarding what we're going to talk about this week, you mentioned that you'd like to break down the 2026 schedule. I think that's a great idea. The schedule looks like it was planned for this season, man. It really looks like it was planned. We've got 7 home games, 5 games on the road, which is very favorable for a team who's looking to establish a new identity. I mean, obviously Morgan Scalley's been here for a while.
Yeah.
You know, since like practically I was born. Practically, just kidding. I'm not that young. But anyway, we got
that young.
But yeah, we're looking to establish a new identity, and a nice schedule, like with 7 home games, 5 road games, is a great way to start. Not necessarily a cakewalk schedule, but in the aspect of what we're trying to do here and rebuild an identity, I think it's perfect. You got Idaho and Utah State at home, with Arkansas sandwiched there in the middle.
Yeah.
3 in a row at home is a great way to start the season, and then you kick off the conference play on the road with Iowa State, which you'll probably go into a little bit. Then we have a bye week after that, and then from there it's home away for the rest of the year. Before I get too deep on what I have here, why don't you go ahead and break down your thoughts on the schedule and what you want to highlight? And
I mean, the biggest thing is not who's on the schedule, but probably who's not on the schedule.
Ooh, I like that. That. Run your line.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that we're missing Texas Tech and Kansas. I mean, who else are we missing?
Kansas State, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Kansas State. We also avoid Arizona State and Kenny Dillingham's team, which has been right in there for the conference championship every single year. They had a path to the Big 12 championship just like we did when this season came down to it. I actually really like the game on November 7th with BYU. Everyone's really upset about this whole Utah not playing them in rivalry week on the last week of the year. You understand that this is a great week for that, right? November 7th, we don't want to play them during rivalry week. Do you know why? Because if we're both at the top of the conference, we have to suit it up and then play in a short week in the Big 12 championship in the same game. You don't want to play your opponent in a really physical, like emotion-filled match on November 28th and then have to wrap it up and then go play them again on a neutral field on December 4th. That's some of the reasoning behind that schedule.
I can understand that, but at the same time, man, I don't know. For me, I'd rather be playing BYU on rivalry week than West Virginia.
I love stomping West Virginia.
For me, it just feels like the conference isn't taking this rivalry seriously, in my opinion.
See, and I think they are. I think this game gets played in a prime time slot.
Right.
It's not on obviously rivalry week, but I think they do it to attract as much view as possible to show how strong the conference is. I don't think it's necessarily a shot at the BYU-Utah rivalry. I think it's more like making sure that they can get as many eyes on it as possible. And rivalry week, is there bigger rivalries in the country? Of course there is. You know what I mean? Like, obviously our rivalry is my favorite.
Right.
But we're not in the biggest market. So you don't want to be competing with Alabama, Auburn, and, Notre Dame, USC, or whoever that may be in some of those primetime slots. Put it a couple weeks earlier and let the whole country watch how physical and emotion-filled this game is, and let the love for these two teams just keep growing.
I guess I can see that. If you're wanting to promote the conference, it makes sense. But, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just kind of one of those things you want to see. What else you got?
The Utes just came off of an absolutely fantastic season, going 11-2. We talked about it last week. They lost the 2 games that they couldn't lose, right? They could have won either one of those and been in the conference championship game, but they didn't. And I think I have a ton of appreciation. This schedule is probably one of the best paths to keeping us winning in the conference. It's not
during a transition year for the team.
During a transition year, this is all you could ask for a schedule. You got TCU away, but Josh Hoover's not there. He transferred out. So they're going to be finding a new quarterback. Arizona, good team. They've been struggling. They're always kind of good. We got BYU at home, which you can't beat that, especially because I get to be there and watch us beat up BYU this year. Nice. Going away to Cincinnati, obviously their quarterback Brendan Sorsby just transferred to Texas Tech.
That's gonna be a tough road game.
That's a tough road game, but if you're going to play him, let's play a quarterback that they've got to retrain. And it's halfway through the season. You got to love it. We weren't supposed to beat Cincinnati this year, and we went out there and stomped them.
That's right.
So, home against Houston, dude, this is a great schedule, for Utah to have a path to the conference championship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you can't beat it.
Yeah, I want to start with the road schedule, which I think is very favorable for Utah.
Yeah.
Our first road game doesn't come until after the bye, which is going to be our first road game happens the week before the bye.
Yeah.
Against Iowa State.
Yeah.
So we have nothing but home games against our non-conference team, right? And then our first conference game is a road game. And Arkansas, I don't see them being much of a threat to Utah, even with the team the way it is. I think what happens there is that our first road game and our first conference game, we get the bye week. We get to adjust based off of what we've seen off of the conference competition level.
And Iowa State's in shambles, man.
Yes, it's not looking great for them.
That whole team just transferred to Penn State.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the whole team followed their head coach to Penn State.
Yeah, and it also doesn't help that first year head coach underneath the headset. So
yeah, the big headset.
Yeah, the big headset. That's right. Damn right.
I just and it's funny because I figure whenever you say that, I picture Spaceballs, dude.
Oh yeah.
I picture the headset like this big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, so Jimmy Rogers first year underneath a big headset, and again Matt Campbell took 24 players with him to Penn State.
Yeah.
So Rogers is basically left with pretty much nothing to work with.
He's got rough sledding. Yeah.
He's got a lot to go on with there. I think the hardest game for Utah is as far as the road's going to be is against TCU. The reason why I think that is that in my opinion for Utah, first of all, the Horned Frogs are really hard to beat at home. They're a good team at home.
Good team.
This will be 7 straight weeks of Utah playing football.
Yeah.
And then TCU has very high expectations for this year.
Even without Josh Hoover?
Yeah. They dumped a lot of money into the program this year.
Yeah.
They upped their spending because of Texas Tech and everything.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of money going into it. So their expectations are high. I just think there's a chance for somebody to sneak in and steal a win from Utah.
Absolutely.
It's going to be when they've been doing 7 straight games.
Yeah. One game a week for 7 weeks is tough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you could say Arizona would be a tough one as well, but they're also, because they are retaining some of their key components. They had the 3rd ranked offense in the conference last year.
Yeah. Noah Fafita's a real deal.
Yes. And the Wildcats do have the best record last year that they've had in over a decade with a 5-win swing. So they have a lot of momentum coming in from the prior year. So, for me, I think when it comes to the road schedule, the home schedule is actually played out pretty well. We're playing Kansas at home, and all these games seem to be pretty beatable.
Yeah, pretty winnable. Absolutely.
Pretty winnable. Yeah. It's just really that kind of TCU and Arizona on the road is going to be those two that are kind of
in back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, are going to be kind of tricky. The only reason why I think Arizona is going to be less than TCU is because TCU has a great home atmosphere, and Arizona is kind of like our backyard, basically. There's going to be plenty of Utah fans in Arizona.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that that's going to be kind of what, as far as what I'm looking at when it comes to the schedule, that's what throws out to me. But yeah, we want to hear from you folks. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below regarding your Utah football schedule 2026. We want to hear from you. What stands out to you? Are you upset about the rivalry game not being on rivalry week? AJ doesn't seem to care about what you think about that. So go ahead and just let us know how much you hate him in the comments down below.
Please do.
No, man, I agree. The league cares about money. It all comes down to money, man. If they can make more money by moving that game up and putting it in a week where there's not any high-profile games in the conference, they're going to do it.
Absolutely.
They're going to do it every year.
Yeah.
And they're going to do it to the 2 teams that are the newest to the conference. One of the newer teams to the conference.
They're like, let's put out a rivalry week that we decide.
Yeah.
You know?
We've talked a lot on this channel over the last couple of weeks about what's going on with Utah going forward. I want to take a moment before we move on from Utah football to discuss Favorite experiences from 2025. Obviously, there's a good win against West Virginia last year, but what would be your favorite experience from the 2025 season?
I just need you to go back in time in your memory to November 22nd, 2025.
I'm there.
I was actually there when number 12 Utah goes on to defeat Kansas State
Humble brag.
51-47 at Rice-Eccles Stadium. They rally back from 12 points down in the fourth quarter. Devin Dampier leads the Utes with 4 total touchdowns, 2 passing, 2 rushing, scores the go-ahead touchdown with 56 seconds left. And the Utes defense just looks abysmal, gives up 472 yards. We couldn't stop anything. But Devin Dampier just pries us from the hands of defeat single-handedly and hands Utah the win.
It is really nice for Utah to have the defense play like absolute dog shit. Make sure you edit this when you part-time. And then have the offense carry the beep in. Yeah. Have the offense carry the game. I think that was a unique experience that we haven't seen in Utah football in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
So that was super awesome to see.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, man. I agree with you. I think it's a great moment in Utah football for last year. And, again, we talked about it last week. Hats off to the Utes from going from a losing season to a 10-2 season. I mean, that's just fantastic. You love to see it, and hopefully more to come. This transition year, I mean, I don't expect them to do better, but if we can get away with it without doing worse, that's a win in my opinion.
I mean, if you go 10-2 this season,
the schedule is shaping up for them to be 10-2.
10-2.
I only
maybe
see
even 11-1.
Yeah, I only see 2 potential losses on the schedule, in my opinion.
BYU, TCU.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the 2 games that if we win one of those, you're looking at, you know what I mean? Like you could look at very easily at an 11-1 season.
You can't lose to BYU this year.
No.
Since you're not playing Texas Tech, you're not playing Arizona State, you cannot
have to
lose
take that
to BYU.
win. Yeah.
Sorry, McKinley. You can let us know. You're like, hey man, we're taking you down.
Yeah. But it was. I mean, that was such a great game. The Utes are in a position to, I mean, with Devin Dampier back, and assuming he's healthy, and you've got Bird Ficklin, who's only going to come back better.
Right.
You've got some great offensive line prospects. Could be a really great season to watch Utah football, man.
Yeah. Some preview with the bowl game last year, the Vegas Bowl, seeing what this offense is going to look like.
I think it's a great,
to be a little bit more opened up, like you were mentioning.
I think so. I mean, you look at, and this was, obviously a Jason Beck offensive, he coordinated that game, but you have to wonder if the way that Morgan Scalley wants games called is different than the way Kyle Whittingham wants games called.
Oh, you
it
can't
seemed
think about
like
it. I think
Scalley,
it's almost guaranteed.
Yeah, you seem like Scalley wanted to push the ball up the field and stretch the defense, and it seemed to me like Kyle Whittingham wanted the ball the field stretched horizontally rather than vertically.
Mm-hmm.
And Morgan Scalley's a defensive guy. He's like, what's going to stretch this defense out? What's going to put pressure on them? And if you've got to chase your wide receivers down vertically, it's going to help you run the football.
Yeah.
If there's a threat that they're going to go vertically, that's just how the game works. So I'm really excited for Morgan Scalley's play calls. I think the offensive coordinator, Kevin McGivern's going to do a great job. And go Utes.
Absolutely. Gonna love to see it. Let's go ahead and jump into some comments here. We got one from McKinley Cutler saying, we all know year 2 Bear is going to be too much for the Utes to handle. Love
Easy.
it. I love it.
Easy.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good game. BYU's not slowing down.
No,
they haven't.
And Bear Bachmeier exceeded expectations far, far beyond. And it's crazy because every time I watched him, I was like, I don't know how this guy's so good, but he is. He just keeps going. He's not scared of the big plays. He's not scared of a big moment and taking the ball and running it and putting the team on his back. It was crazy to watch him all year long.
It always seems like every couple of years, the Cougs have a quarterback that comes out of nowhere and just impresses the heck out of everybody.
Yeah.
It seems like it happens like every 4 or 5 years. McKinley, let me know if I'm right on that one, but it feels like every 4 years there's like this BYU quarterback, man, he looks pretty good. I'm like, yeah, it's 1 game and it's 2 games. I'm like, Holy cow, man.
Okay, that was the season.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
year. Good year.
Yeah.
We got another comment here from Greg Hawkins, Channel Legend, saying, I have no expectations this year. It's a good way to keep it. Keep yourself happy, you know?
Greg, I need you to have some positive expectations this year, buddy. Positive expectations. That's what we need.
Speaking of positive expectations, did you see how well my team auto drafted in our MLB fantasy draft?
I didn't.
Dude, I got Judge and Vlad on my team. Super sick. Checked it out last week.
Yeah. Hey, Greg, is there something we can do to fix that?
Yeah.
Like,
I checked out.
We need to know.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I was going to plan to be there for the draft, but I had something pop up at like a last minute emergency kind of thing. And then all of a sudden I looked at my team. I'm like, crap, I forgot. Couldn't draft. And I look, I'm like, oh, hey. Don't know if I can even have done that well.
That's crap.
Anyway, all right. Once again, folks, we do have a channel specifically dedicated for your Utah football team. This is Utah Football DNA. This is a channel we dedicated specifically for your Utah football. All of our content for Utah football will be placed here first. So if you have not yet, check out the link in the description down below. That will bring you to that channel. So if you are following us for our Utes content, be sure to check out that channel. It'll be linked in the description if you're watching this on our live stream or in the audio.
And hit subscribe.
That's right.
Hit subscribe. I think we're at 99 subs right now. We really need to hit 100.
Yeah,
Get us
99 subs. You know, it's a shame, man.
And there's such good content on that channel.
Yeah.
Like when you go there, watch some of the videos. We called so much stuff last year. It's great.
And we missed a few things, which was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
But yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments down below on that one for sure. What you're expecting for the Utes going forward.